Defense deck. So I had a dev play the Demented Demolisher against me, reduce his library down to 10 cards. I actually have a video of it. It's my Bloody Shin Hair deck video, if you look on YouTube. And it was interesting. I don't know if it's going to be very consistent. It's tough because there's no best of 3 right now, so it's powerful for sure to be able to deck thin like that. So I don't know. It might get nerfed. I think it casts for like 4, so it isn't that fast realistically. So this is a mono sapphire deck, or a mono blue deck, where I'm going to play a lot of equipment, or a lot of this type of stuff, a lot of artifacts and that type of thing, and a lot of dwarfs. Hopefully draw lots of cards, etc, etc, etc. Oh, he's playing his mono red deck. He's gonna win this one. Because I'm gonna need to gas him out now. Although this guy matches up against most of the stuff in this deck if I can get there. The 2/3, anything with 3 toughness really is pretty good right now versus those types of decks. So I would rather him kill my Tactical Genius than this Research Librarian who's going to draw me cards. So that's what I'm going to play. I'll go ahead and put my Warbot into play a Tactical Genius. I have no attacks because this guy's only defensive, so we'll go ahead and pass turn here. Oh wait, I did have an attack. He's not defensive. What a noob. Misplay. Oh, the Fallen. I'm here. Oh, man. I'm playing as the Fallen, that's why. I keep not looking up here. I always expect it to be like the last person I played and just playing him again. Oh, is he playing Inspire? Is he playing... what is it called? Ruby... Sapphire Ruby Inspire? Which I've considered putting together. Unfortunately, there's no, whatever his name is. Turreted Wall is pretty good here. That should put him on a pretty decent clock, actually. No reason to attack in here. I'm actually going to play my Turreted Wall, which will put us at a stalemate, and I'll put him on a 20-turn clock, because it deals damage to him every turn. Deal 1 damage to... I don't even have to do anything. I don't have to tap it or anything. It just, at the beginning of my turn, it just deals the damage. Just kind of nice because I can be lazy about that. But yeah, I think the card overall is really powerful. I'm not sure exactly. It's 5 to cast. Yeah. So I mean, I think that Demented Demolisher is a very powerful card. However, and I think it's very viable for competitive play. However, I don't know how consistent it's going to be for people right now because I haven't done very much testing with it myself. Okay, so this guy's going to draw me a card right now, which is what I want to do. These guys will draw cards as I pay resources, so I'd rather draw a card now. I'm basically sitting with him at this point until I draw like a Terabot or something. I'm not sure exactly how many cards we're missing right now. Aphotic Death. No reason to attack in here. So I'm really not sure how many cards we're missing exactly. But I think that right now they're going to be working pretty hard on just making what they have work, because there are plenty of cards that they have available to the alpha testers that aren't working properly yet. And then once those cards are working, they'll start letting more people in and trying server stability. But right now, so many of the cards are just not. I mean, obviously there's going to be limits to that, but a lot of the cards are not working. Life Drain's still bugged. I'm not sure. I know I get killed by it with a 4 sweep deck that I played against the other day. Let's see, I'll play this guy. And play a librarian, I guess. Oh, and there's that Terabot. So, funny thing, I have so much stuff in play that it's -2 on the cost. It starts at 7, and for every dwarf and artifact I control, it goes down. Yeah, I end up playing a lot of cards with this deck. No real reason to attack in again. I'll just sit on him. So now his clock is a lot quicker. He had a really bad hand here is what I'm thinking, because he needs another ruby resource. That's the biggest problem with playing 2 different shards right now, is that we don't have whatever it's called, some sort of a dual resource, because the Shards of Fate is not in the alpha just yet. And Shards of Fate, of course, is a lot like, I always forget the name of it, Evolving Wilds from Magic the Gathering, except that it doesn't deck thin you. I'm guessing on his side things are not very consistent right now. I'm really actually thinking this induction coil is pretty good because of the charge powers. If you found something that was a really good charge power, you could just keep charging it up, you know. I can do it at the end of my opponent's turn. You really got to look, because it'll say basic action, and that means the first or second main phase. I probably should have actually played that in my second main phase, but I only paid 1 for it, so I still have resources up that makes it look like I can do things. Is my librarian. I can also draw a card here, which is only on the main phases as well, so I'll go ahead and do that. Draw another card here. It gets ridiculous when I have lots of librarians in play, because they only draw 1 card a turn, and it's 7 minus 1 for each artifact I control. Doesn't count dwarves. So, but when I get like all these guys in play, I draw so many cards, it seems like, and they're such a weak body. You would think they would get killed pretty easily. Yeah, maybe. I would still play a couple of two threshold cards, like Ragefire is just too good not to play, for instance, as a 2 threshold card. What's the number on the right of the health? This would be my threshold value right here. So here's my health, here's my hand, how many cards are in my hand, and this is my threshold value. And that is per the actual, like, this is a champion that uses blue shards. So if I were to have 2 different shards, it kind of makes me want to stay in 1 shard. Oh, there's a Volcanon. That would probably end the game right there. So I'll play that. Actually, I should have tapped that during his end step. I'm talking too much. So we'll do that. But once it gets to a certain charge number, I can use it. So like with this guy, he uses 3 charges, and it's a basic action, so it's during my first or second main phase. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about the interface or whatever, or what's going on, I'll try to do my best to let you know what's going on. So I'll play my Volcanon here, which it's 5, but because I've got these guys reducing the cost on it, it costs 3. I can't use my inner thing, but I can still draw my card with my research librarian, because that's another artifact, so now he's down to like 1. I have to do it during my main phase. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, you can still get on. I believe they still have Slacker Backer going on even during the alpha. So if you want to get into this alpha, and you don't mind putting some money on the game, you can go ahead. I'm going to play that deck again. You can go ahead and still do Slacker Backer for $50, which is going to get you some pretty good stuff. If you go to the Hex TCG website, then you should be able to get on that. So this looks like a pretty good hand. I've got plays for the first 3 turns, and so I'm going to keep this. The deck I'm playing is basically a sit back and not really do very much type of deck. Nero Genius is joining me. Hello, Nero Genius. Welcome to the stream. And just like Nero joined me, you guys are all welcome to join me. Just know that you'll be on my stream and you'll be recorded. So, which means you might end up in my YouTube as well. I've thought about actually putting a disclaimer on my Ventrilo for people, so that way they click through it. Oh, you know, I just skipped through my turn, didn't I? Or no, I didn't. I'm good. Okay. Oh yeah, I did. I skipped through my turn. Oh, that's good. Good stuff. All right, I'll take 3.
For distracting you.
No, it's not. It's not a big deal. It's alpha, so I mean, it's not a big deal. So I'm behind 1 resource here. It makes it look like I actually didn't have any resource to play, but I did. Play this guy, I guess. So I really don't want him to kill this guy, but unfortunately that's the play right now. If he plays another resource, I'm actually in pretty good shape because he should be playing aggro-y. I'm actually not in that horrible a shape because I've got this turreted wall eventually that I can stall out the game with. Take another 3 here. And return blows on the following turn. He'll probably kill this guy. He should, if he has an option to, he should kill this guy. No, he doesn't have the option to. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. Induction coil is pretty much the only play I have, so that is going to be the play here. And then I'll go to my tech step and swing in. Actually, I probably should. Again, second main phase, I should have done induction coil in second main phase. I could block his guy to save myself some damage with this worker bot that's defensive, but I need to have more artifacts, so I'm going to just save it. Oh, he heat waves me. That seems pretty good right now for him. That's pretty good. That's a 2-for-1 for him. And I don't have the resources up to Sapper's Charge his guy, otherwise I would. And of course I would have the... Well, no, it still costs 2. I wouldn't have the resources even if I had the correct resources in play. Because he has 5 resources, I actually still don't feel like I'm in a bad position here. I'm playing a singleton or maybe 2 of these heavy welding bots to pull back Sapper's Charge to get more value out of it, some card advantage. If I control an artifact, I draw a card, and this guy doesn't really stop this guy though, so we're going to go ahead and play this turreted wall. So that should put this at a stalemate. He needs to play more creatures now. Oh, he's going to time ripple it back. Yeah, okay. He did that during my end step, I'm guessing. So he's really playing a more of a tempo-y deck, like a red-blue tempo. Right. Yeah, I do try to make sure that people know how to do things properly and what is a misplay and what's not a misplay. I'm going to admit to every misplay I make along the way, so that way people can know what not to do, especially when they're focusing on the game, which is what I'm sort of doing, but sort of not. So let's see, what's the play here? I believe the Warbot, hopefully eventually we'll be able to click on these, but the Warbot is like a 3/3, and what is he? Is he first striker? No. So I've never actually seen this in play. Probably the play is the turreted wall here. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the turreted wall, but we'll get to see this. Hopefully it'll work properly. I haven't seen it work properly yet, or I haven't tried it out yet. So this is going to give me 2 dudes, a Warbot, which I believe is a 3/3, and a Worker Bot, which is a defensive 1/1, which is the same thing that my champion makes for me. So hopefully this will stall the game out for me. It feels like he's flooding over here. So he's going to make me block. Which is a pretty good play. I mean, there's no reason for him not to attack in and make him go through the motions. He might have actually something to finish the... Yeah, he's got Rage Fire in the second main phase to finish it. Okay, that's fine. That's card for card. I'm okay with that. Oh, I should have induction coiled at the end of his turn. Get another worker bot. And... when I control the draw a card, do I want to draw a card or do I want to I can play this welding bot, but I don't have any targets for my sapper's charge. I want to get value out of this welding bot. I don't have targets for it in my graveyard, so I'm going to go ahead and play nuts and bolts here. Yay, I got dudes. Alright, so if I have to, I can block his guy with the warbot. If I had resources up, well, now if I was ahead on resources, I could block his guy with the worker bot and sapper's charge, but that doesn't feel like that would be that great of a play to me. Renlock seems pretty good for him because that's going to help him extend his game, because as he plays more spells, he'll be able to draw more cards. So it basically turns every spell in his deck, like this one, into a cantrip. Yeah, so he's going to burn and play a card, or and draw a card. Seems pretty good. As he did that, I'm guessing he took that to the face because I went down to 6. And he'll swing in here, so I will block Renlock over... actually, you know, I'm going to probably chump block Alexander here. Because I'm too close and he has burn spells. So right now I'm kill range if he has some sort of a burn spell. Of course I'm a turn behind because of the way I missed one of my resource drops. Well, this is kind of unfortunate. I'm going to have to play this welding bot and not have any targets for it. Or actually, you know what, I will have targets because I've got those defensive worker bots. And that's fine, I guess. Not the greatest, but it'll do. Yeah, it puts it back into play too, so that's kind of nice. So best 2 of 3, I still feel like my deck's decent right now just because of the resources in the game. As far as like the matchup here, but if resources got better, he's definitely got more high quality cards in his deck. Another Renlock seems pretty good. He's unique, so he can't play 2 of them. We found out the other day that if he plays another unique card, that it will kill the oldest one and the newest one will stay in play. And so that's how our unique cards are working in this game. That's how the their what do you call it? I forget what it's called. Oh, there's another Sapper's Charge now. So I'm probably going to kill his Renlock here before he gets to play any more spells. He's got 3 things left. So yeah, I'm going to kill him now. I don't really have an attack step here, so because I'm on the back foot, I need to basically defend until I can take some sort of board control. So So I'm 2 for 1ing his Renlock, which isn't that good for me, but it's things you gotta do sometimes. I gotta make sure I induction coil at the end of his turn. No reason to attack in here. Because I'm so low on health. If he were to again burn me or do something. I should probably get Chad up. End step. Alright, we're going to do this right. Alright, gain a charge. So you can see that I gain 1 charge. This is going to make me more worker bots. Another induction coil. This could be silly. I can play this guy to draw a card. There's my Terabot that I need. We'll go ahead and put another robot in place, so that way it becomes 0 casting cost. So that didn't cost me anything if you noticed. And now I have an attack phase. Which actually I could have attacked in and then... But yeah, he could burn this guy. He could block and burn this guy. That doesn't seem like that would be advantageous for him. I've got board position now, and I've got a good blocker for his Alexander. Although I would probably block with a Research Adept and a Worker Bot, because I really want to make sure he can't kill this Terabot, because he can't block it. Because it has that evasion because it's flying. I mean, Worker Bots are basically, like, they're all gravy. They're pretty much free most of the time as an additional, like, something you get, and they're defensive, so... Oops, I should... No, wait, I only have 1 resource left over, if I remember right. So that's fine. Cost me 1 less to play artifacts. I'll play this guy in my second main phase. I'll just go ahead and go to attack step and swing in with... So, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm probably going to swing in with both the Terabot and the Heavy Worker Bot. So I've got plenty of blockers for his Alexander. Then I'll have actually another one. I mean, this guy is okay, but like in a situation like this, he really doesn't do very much for me. In the early game, it's nice because he counts twice towards like Terabot, because it's for every artifact and dwarf. And then this guy says my artifacts cost 1 less. So actually, he counts 3 times towards reducing this 7 cost down to, you know, less than, or down to 0. So that is like kind of like the combo of the deck, I guess, is playing this guy and this guy. Those 2 cards go well together. Playing a 0 cost 3/4 is pretty good, you know. And then pass priority. I definitely, it's good to play these induction coils in here because they give me something to dump all these extra resources into. So I feel like I'm getting something at the end of his turn every turn, whereas he's basically not spending resources on anything. So technically those things are... Oh, burn to the face. Good games. You must have top decked that. Yeah, nothing I can do to stop that. If I had some sort of... there's no counterspell right now, so that's a definite for most of these decks. But yeah, he just burned my face in. So, but I had him pretty good. I mean, maybe if I was a turn faster, I might have been pretty good, or if I had taken less damage. Is it crashing? I hope it's not crashing. Don't crash. Maybe if I concede, it'll help. Okay, that helped. I'm gonna keep playing this dwarf deck unless someone wants to see something else. I have bunnies. I have ramp. Well, I have a bad ramp deck that I need to fix, and then I have inspire humans. So I have my dwarf combo where it draws lots of cards from the other day. So I'm gonna keep playing this plans deck though. So I'm enjoying it. Another thing that's kind of funny is at the very beginning of the game it shows as if I can use my charge power for some reason. I guess I missed the coin flip. this doesn't seem great. I mean, I have a turn 2 play, I have resources, I have a Vol Cannon, which I'd rather see later in the game. I'm going to keep it, but I don't like it. Yeah, I can delete the precons, but I kind of wanted to keep them all just to see what they had programmed in. And actually, when I was first creating decks, I thought that I couldn't create a deck, and so I actually had to I saved over the precons and renamed them because I thought I only had 4 slots for some reason. I'm playing against Indorami. Okay, yeah, that's a problem because I don't have an answer for that guy, and he's going to start throwing lots of stuff in this guy's deck, so hopefully he won't draw any of those things, but eventually, I mean, he's going to have so much that he'll have to. I can't attack past him with my research librarian, though, and he shouldn't block, because this guy isn't really a blocker. However, he'll still he should return damage. Yeah, he's going to start throwing these 2/2 and he's going to throw 2 Ancestral Specters into his deck, which are 2/2 flyers that cost 1, and Cantrip. Cantrip being it draws an extra card. Oh, there's that Living Totem. That awesome Living Totem, which is another must-answer threat, so this may not be a good game for me at all, really. I can't attack into it, obviously. I'm having some problems with the power and toughness. You can see that my power and toughness should be down here, and they're up here in the middle of the card for some reason. I have a worker bot I can make, which will make this Terrabot a little bit cheaper. Yeah, you definitely got to play this guy if you're playing Terrabot, that's for sure, to get those worker bots to make them cheaper. That seems good. Let's go ahead and stick with that. I have no attacks to make because his Living Totem will just block me. The only problem with Living Totem is the amount of how hungry it is for resources. I actually considered playing Living Totem in some sort of what do you call it, deck? A deck that a ramp deck. That's what I probably should do. Just go green, white, or wild, diamond, wild. Yeah, so I'm going to take whatever he's given here because there's no good block for me. I'd rather not lose my research library, and I want to draw cards with him. And the worker bot would just be a bad trade. I might be able to get this Terrabot out pretty soon, though. Maybe not this turn, this coming turn, but maybe the turn following that. So every dwarf and dwarf, okay. So I should be able to play the Research Adept here to draw a card. Oh, there's that Sapper's Charge I needed a turn earlier. Okay, well, I really want to kill this Chosen. I want to stop him from putting stuff in the deck. I really don't have a good answer for this guy. And I want to have less stuff to match up against my Terrabot. So I think that's the play here. I could play this Research Adept, but all he does is cantrip me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the Sapper Charge and kill his Ancestor Chosen before his turn. It'll put me in a bad position because I won't have resources up during his turn. Also, I'm down 1 artifact too, so that doesn't help either, but that's fine. And I have an attack at least I can make here. His totem's most likely going to carry the game for him, because I don't have a really solid answer for it. Really good solid answer. Oh, this guy's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, so now I need to stop his Senator, because he's going to get really, really big, so. Swings over that guy. Yep, I'll take 3. Seems like a bad matchup for me right now. overall. Yeah, overall I would say that this deck isn't super competitive necessarily, but does a decent job. Okay, so we're gonna play actually this guy and make this guy cost 2, and then I should be able to play it. I should be able to play my Terabot here, and play this guy, because he should be a net 3, -3 versus this Terabot once he. Oh, I guess not. I guess he only counts twice. Because it should be he's a dwarf. The artifacts cost 1 less. Or maybe it's just net 2. Yeah, it's just net 2, so that's fine. I can still activate this guy during my second main phase and draw a card, which is what I'll do. Oh wait, I can play the Terabot. Okay. So that guy only cost 2. I had 3 left. Awesome. Alright, so yeah, I can stop his Senator, which is really, 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 really important right now. Because, yeah. This guy is so much of a threat that I can't even attack into him with a Terabot unless I get a second one up. If I get Volcanon up, I can start dealing damage to him at the end of the turn, though. So, of course, this guy can get Life Drain, and Life Drain is kind of bugged where it's draining too much, or it's not draining properly. It's doing a lot of wonky things right now. What I really need to do is bounce this guy to his hand, but that probably wouldn't do anything either because everything he gains is permanent. So I really need some sort of reversion. I need to revert him. So that would probably be a good sideboard card for most decks. I'm thinking right now is that reversion. I believe it is a Sapphire card that does that. So it'll take off all the permanent things like this, where he's like buffing himself. Dingler, yeah, Dingler would help. Yeah, that would take care of the problem completely. Yeah, he's gonna conflict my Terabot and go to town now. Now, I know he doesn't have the 3, so if he swings in with his totem, man, I'm blocking that guy. So he's probably just gonna, oh, he's gonna swing in with a Silver Talon too. Yep, okay. This guy's not flying. He doesn't have anything to buff him. I'm killing him. Apparently he wants to kill my Librarian, but I think this is a better trade for me. Even though I'm not going to draw more cards now, I really need to just take care of this guy. So I feel like he really just should not have attacked with his totem and given me the chance to kill him, because I have no good way of answering. Yeah, I feel like that was a misplay on his part, but that's fine. Oh, he plays another living totem. Okay. Still, I feel like I would rather have the totem in play than just give it up for that research guy. And you can see that this guy buffed his master, and he's gonna just get bigger and bigger until he's out of control. That's probably gonna be game right there. I don't have really a good answer for that. I can draw a card with this guy. Or